That should be fine. I'm hoping the volume's fine. I think it is. Might be a little loud on my end. Turn that down on my end. Alright. New campaign. Eye of the Vortex or Mortal Empires. Let's go Mortal Empires because it's everything. The reason I spent several $100s buying all the DLC for this game. Yes! Look at all them factions. Who do we want to play as?
I am Slanesh's scion.
Prince Pretty Boy? Why does Arthas look like him, you mean? That's why. Because Arthas was originally him. He is a human prince that was had a bunch of people sacrificed when he was born to seal his they offered him up to Slaanesh. He's the scion of Slaanesh in the mortal realms. That's why he's wearing greaves with no pants. Like, he looks like he's wearing full plate mail. But like, wait till his camera goes back to that full shot of him. Come on. Come on. He's wearing everything except underwear. And like anything around the underwear region. He also doesn't have sleeves.
Dicks out for Slaanesh.
Dicks out for Slaanesh. You got it. That's it.
Oh, I'm glad they put pants on.
Yep. We got this guy over here. We got one of the beast and Morskin demon people. Dragon Ogre. They're pretty slick. We have an actual demon. Yeah, he's going to play the fucking like straight up Chaos Warrior as your faction leader. We got a bunch of beastmen and goat people and chaos people, and that guy's got like a lobster claw. That's kind of interesting. He's like a goat lobster. He pinch. Yeah, I got this guy over here. Summoning chaos stuff. We got Treeple. They're really cool, actually. They got a lot of neat stuff. Like all their archer units, like the elves, can fire in a 360-degree radius around them and can fire while moving. So you can just like constantly keep them running, and anything that gets near them, they just start peppering it. Morning Pass. Yeah, Tree's pretty neat. Wood Elves are a fun faction to play. Unfortunately, I don't know a damn thing about their army makeup or their like campaign map, so.
The sanctity of life, the thrill of bloodshed.
What do we got here? We got a green dragon flight with some archers. Oh, and they shared their helmet. We've got a big Treeple. Yeah. We got the Orion. This is all of Mike's screen names. All his like Orion screen names. It's because of this guy. Because he used to have a Wood Elf army.
I will never relent.
Who are you? Joan of Arc, basically? You look like you're basically Joan of Arc. Oh yeah, you're definitely basically Joan of Arc. This is the French faction.
You have the favor of the Fae.
They're like French fairy people. Yeah. It's basically what's the Blood and Wine expansion for Witcher 3 when you go to Toussaint. This is basically just Toussaint. The French fairy tale faction. They have like flying unicorn mounts. Yeah.
I am
I think
the
this guy,
blood
yeah,
of
this guy
Zeus.
actually starts out with some of the Pegasus Knights. I think he's he's supposed to be like the king of France.
Why is he running his sword like stabbing the pit of the ground?
Look at this shit. Does it look like it was made for fighting?
It's not made for
No,
stabbing in the
nothing
ground.
these guys have is made for actual combat. It's made to look cool.
I eat my enemies.
This guy eats his enemies, he wants you to know. Except that one. He didn't like that one. Yeah, like frost trolls. We got
My
the
challenge?
frost dwarves.
Undeniable.
They're neat. World walkers are really neat. I do like dwarves. This guy's really cool though. He's like a beastman hunter. He goes out and just hunts down monsters up in the northern wastes. Like he looks like he's like a chaos guy, but he's not. He's just like a neutral faction that goes out in the chaos waste and hunts monsters. Yeah, it's all the things he killed and people he killed.
Darkness comes.
Heinrich Kemmler.
Oh god. Pants are people.
Yes, his pants are people.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's a necromancer.
His pants are people.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. He's got the little ghosts that people with him. Like hex wraiths and all them. The kobold tents, yeah. Yeah.
Bow.
Resident Evil 8. We've got Resident Evil Village here. What does she start with? Crypt ghouls, they're garbage. Black Knights are really good though. Crypt ghouls, they're also garbage.
The world will drown in blood.
Somebody did get his nose. He's, I think, supposed to be like the leader of the von Karstein clans. Vlad von Karstein. And they were like a part of the human courts of like the Empire. Like they actually have a seat. Even if you play as the Empire, they have a seat on the council that they don't use, but they're still like technically on there because they basically got like their lands were hit with a plague of vampirism, and like the humans are too fucking pretentious to admit that they lost an entire region section of their like kingdom to vampirism. So they just like kind of left them like they're still part of the Empire. They're not vampires. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
My puppet starts.
Yeah, another little necromancer guy. I wouldn't be surprised if like one of these two is supposed to be like the reason for the vampire curse. I don't know enough about the Warhammer lore to confirm or deny that though. And then you got von Karstein's kids. This is like the heir to the von Karstein throne, and he's actually trying to he's trying to overthrow his dad. These two are married and are his father, and he's trying to overthrow their throne. What is the orcs? These are orcs. Greenskins, yes. I don't know anything about the orcs. They're orcs. They're Warhammer orcs. They all want to kill stuff in a wog.
Let's take what should be ours.
Family gatherings in the von Karstein clan are probably very awkward. Well, this guy, he just wants to dance on the corpses of his enemies. Well, I guess a uninhabitable climate frozen. Interesting. Yeah, these guys are great. Crooked Moon. So this is old Warhammer. This is Warhammer Fantasy. Not Warhammer Age of Sigmar. So the thing you saw in Age of Sigmar was the kind of successor to the Crooked Moon. Yeah. This is kind of like your just generic orc. Like, you got some orcs, they got a wog, they go around and they murder shit. Then we got our
I am the Slayer King.
all our dwarves. Dwarves have some neat stuff. The grudges are really cool. They basically just declare rivals, and they get bonuses for fighting those guys. And you can just switch it whenever you want. You can just be like, I don't like vampires now, and you get all kinds of crazy vampire killing bonuses. And every time you kill a vampire, you get more points to spend on declaring more enemies.
Zulrikas,
And they all kind of have that.
fearless and unbreakable. Retake the realms.
They have like a kind of Council of the Three Hammers thing going too. We got these guys. This guy's a hunter.
Shall be slain.
What's up? Yeah. These are the humans. These are the Empire humans. The non-French humans. He's out hunting monsters. He just wants to go out and hunt stuff.
By the comet.
This guy's a wizard.
His face is full.
Because he wears like they're like court of wizards. They wear these like big golden full covering face masks. Yeah, they're very fucking weird. The Golden Order. And this-
Blessings of Sigmar.
the
upon
general. Yeah, General Volkmar the Grim, and then the
you. I
Emperor.
command here.
He thought he was really bad at moisturizing. No, he's not just really bad at moisturizing. That's a mask. Don't worry, he's okay.
I am Prince and Emperor.
This guy, yeah, this is the new Emperor in Warhammer Fantasy. He was the son of the previous Emperor, and he's the heir. But when you start the game out, not everyone has like agreed to him being the new heir. Like, he's declared himself the new Emperor because he's by line of succession he is, but they have all like the noble counts and houses and whatever, and they aren't like okay with that yet. So you have to like go punch them in the face until they agree that you're the Emperor. We've got the Tomb Kings. These guys are like, yeah, the ancient Egyptian pharaohs that rose back up from the dead. These guys aren't in Age of Sigmar yet, unfortunately, which is really annoying because they're really cool.
There is only vengeance.
Look at that! Look at these like giant snakes and like crazy monsters and stuff.
I will return to Henry.
Their unique thing, if you put when you're playing as them in this game, is that none of their units cost anything to summon, and they don't cost any maintenance either. They're all completely free because they're all undead, and the way they work is there's a limit to how many you can summon per turn that goes up every time you kill things. So the more things you kill, the more dead shit there is on the ground, and you can just raise that up to be part of your army, but it doesn't cost you anything to maintain it. So if you just play really aggressive and can keep killing things, you can just snowball your army into a really massive army with no downside. Yeah, they're really cool.
Sigmar does not serve.
And their whole thing is that like there's like tens of thousands of years of their people all buried in this area. So each time one of the like big like pharaohs wakes up, they believe they're the destined ruler of their people, but because there's like 10,000 years of them, like another one will wake up and be like, no, I'm the destined ruler of our people. And so they've got like, they're all competing with each other to steal these artifacts of their like the original kingdom, like the things that their people thought were ancient. They're trying to like recover the artifacts so they can become the dominant one and recover or take over the world.
I shall submerge Ulthuan.
I don't know who she is. She's part of the Vampire Coast. She does look like Ursula, a ghost Ursula. She's singing. She's not singing Poor Unfortunate Souls. Yeah, so the Vampire Coast is like ghosts and vampires and like vampire pirates. Like you know what's his name in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies? Davy Jones. It's like him. They're like vampire pirates and ghosts and ghouls and whatever.
Ready
And
to
they're all
pounce.
covered in
Up.
like fish bits. Yeah, see? Fish bits. They can like call in artillery strikes from they don't have cities. They go around on a boat. And you like establish pirate trading ports in other people's cities. That gives you money, and you recruit your units by like raiding little coastal villages. And then you just like go around like raiding people. And when you get into a fight, if you're near enough to the coast, you can just have your ships bombard the enemy.
Okay.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Fear the
Oh, and this guy, yeah, Luther Harkon, he's neat. He was like the original one they added, and his thing is he's a vampire that went absolutely batshit insane. And he's like got like 16 different personalities fighting for control of his mind, and he's trying to recover these like magical artifacts. So when he got cursed into being a vampire, he had like a family heirloom that got cursed and broken into 16 different pieces, and it shattered his mind into 16 different pieces as well. So he's trying to recover all the artifacts to put it back together so he can regain his sanity. But he's like batshit insane while doing it. So yeah, you can see here, like, Luther Harkon's mind is fractured. Any one of his myriad different personalities may seize control. It gives you like different bonuses and buffs, but you have literally no control over what's happening at any time. So like, he's really fucking chaotic to play. Yeah. Then we got rats. Did that guy just eat some warpstone? He's got an extra arm. Yeah, you got the Skavens. These guys are really neat.
Yes. Away. Weapons of
I don't know anything about these guys, like, lore-wise, because their lore is usually just that, like, they're chaotic and nuts. And rats. Their unique mechanics are kind of cool, though, because when they claim cities, they don't, like, control the upper city. They claim ruins, and they move into the underground area beneath the ruins. So every other faction in the game doesn't see it as a Skaven city. They just see it as like an abandoned ruin. The same as if like another faction went in and like razed the settlement. That's what they see it as. And then if they go and try to take it for themselves, they suddenly get attacked by a massive rat army. And they can move through like underground tunnels. There's like an underground network that they can tunnel through that nobody else can get in. What do we got here? The Dark Elves. Just like 40k. They're nasty. They like torturing people.
Demon.
Some of them are wearing significantly more clothing.
Commander of the Blessed Dread.
Revel in slaughter with me.
That's about on par.
Heed me or perish.
Yeah. I was like, some of them are wearing significantly less clothing.
I seek my
We got this guy. Don't cut yourself on all that edge. They got all kinds of cool monsters like that, though. They got all kinds of hydras and dragons and crazy stuff. Black arcs, powerful naval units can replenish forces, recruit new units and forces, and bombard battles. So they got all kinds of cool boat stuff they can do. And they got the slaves and murder prowess that they got. And then we got the lizard people. These are kind of the like guardians of the natural world in this universe. They're supposed to be like the original race that lived on this planet, and they sort of safeguard what they believe to be the natural right of things. A couple of these other races were actually created by these lizards, like tens and tens and tens of thousands of years ago. These guys predate the non-undead Tomb Kings. Yeah, they got all kinds of crazy lizard units though. Tic-tac-toe. Like a little chameleon riding around on a pterodactyl. Great. Yeah. He's hungry and he wants you to read his new book. Guy's like a T-Rex. Yeah. This guy looks like something I would fight in Monster Hunter. Then you got this guy. It's like the big head lizard, the frogman. Yeah. Look at him go. Then we got the High Elves. They're pretentious, but they're also really good at diplomacy. They have a cool, unique. Their unique mechanic is they can spend influence points that they gain over time to change the diplomatic standing between any two factions of their choice. And it doesn't just mean like between them and another faction. They can like be like, okay, I want this guy and this guy to go to war, and they can just spend influence points to make that happen. So you can like, if you're like, oh, I want to invade a territory nearby to me. You can just make somebody else nearby to you declare war on it and attack it, and then move in when everybody's weaker.
That sounds like some high elf bullshit, yeah.
Yeah. Which is, yeah, because it really, like, it's unique to them, and it's really useful.
Our future depends upon me.
And this guy is a, like, he's like the embodiment of justice and the law. They have this giant prison tower they build, and anybody that they believe violates the natural order of things or is attempting to, like, they really don't like greenskins, and they really don't like beastmen, and they really don't like chaos. And anybody that they find is like coordinating with them, they will. This guy hunts them down, locks them up, and imprisons them forever in this giant tower.
How old is that you?
Yeah, that's what the Watchers were in Warcraft were based on. Because this is the Warhammer fantasy setting that Warcraft was originally going to be. So some of this is it translates over. Some of it doesn't. We don't really have lizard people in. I think the trolls are probably the closest thing. Like the Warcraft trolls kind of became what these guys these guys are. Particularly when you see like the Zandalari trolls, they very much resemble the what are these guys called? What's their lizardmen? I thought they had another name. I thought they had an actual name, but anyways, what these guys are.
This world needs me.
Do we have like a Skaven? I guess it's kind of the undead, like the Forsaken, but the Forsaken are weird. But yeah, who do we want to play as here? Who do I start a little campaign as? I think the easiest and the most basic to understand is if you just go play as the Emperor. He's just a standard, what you'd expect. He's got some horses, he's got some dudes, he's got some bullets. But we can play as one of the crazy factions too. I'm just kind of doing this as a one-off the day before Mass Effect, so there should be a randomized button. You gonna? Okay. Good night, Bethany. Love you. Yeah, what do you want to see? We got all kinds of factions. I'd say roll a dice, but like my god, that would need to be a big dice. There is an insane number of factions in this game. And this is just the playable factions. There's actually quite a few more that aren't playable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 41. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 61. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 66 factions that you can pick from. And there are substantially more that aren't playable, that are just out there on the map. Alright, roll a die from 1 to 66. Hope for low numbers. Steam die says 48. Oh, good lord. Alright, one sec. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 41. Oh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All
Oh!
shall know me and tremble.
Alright. Playing as Vladdy boy. Vladdy daddy. Mr. Noseless indeed. It's like, it's like I'm playing Fallout. He's a ghoul. Alright. Let's do it. Alright. So if you've never seen a Total War game before, I'll try to go over a little bit of how this works. I don't know the vampire faction's like unique mechanics, so we're going to be learning that as we go. Because every faction has its own unique mechanics, like every group faction, like vampires and humans and whatever. I don't remember. I know a couple of their unique things, like their units are immune to fear.
Glory to you, Vlad, first of the von Carstein line. Though you are again ascendant, your rightful home, Castle Drakenhof, is kept from you by Manfred. And there are yet more who would see you undone. The Tempelhof brood control the lands to the north as far as the River Ster. They defy your hegemony as the first and greatest of the vampire counts. Raise the undead hosts, take their lands, and burn their crypts for this insolence. The high mountains to the south are infested with dwarfs. Your homelands will never be safe with such an enemy so close. Make plans to drive their stunted kind out. Greatness runs throughout the von Carstein bloodline, my lord. Your greatness. You are the master of Sylvania, of all unliving, and soon the world.
Okay. How they play. There we go. Good. They give you a little tutorial. Vlad and Isabel von Carstein, the true rulers of Castle Drakenhof, slumber no longer. Securing this fabled castle from Manfred through conquest or vassalage is key to victory. Beloved in death, Vlad and Isabella have improved battle prowess and reinforcing one another. Isabel and Vlad may both construct a unique building in Castle Drakenhof, the Mausoleum of the Mad Count, which permits early recruitment of vampire heroes and greatly improves them in a variety of ways. Yes, so, beware my shitty power-hungry son, indeed. I'm going to move my chat window real quick here because it's actually sitting over my objectives. So we're going to move it over to this side of the screen. And pop myself back in. There we go. That'll be better. Legendary Lord available. Is available for recruitment and may lead an army into battle. Oh, very good. Occupy, loot, raise, or sack 4 settlements. Sylvania is in decline. No longer is it feared as the dread land where the dead do not rest, but instead seen as Sterlin's bastard child. Now von Carstein resides in Castle Drakenhof once again. This time for the vampires to take dominion over their haunted realm. Reward Dark Magic plus 2,000. Okay. Dark Magic, what is that? Predicted amount of Dark Magic income you are expected to receive in the next turn. Oh, do they not have gold? Interesting. Okay, so they don't do gold. They have dark magic, which I'm getting from background income. I'm charging dark magic taxes. Interesting. And my army upkeep does impact that, so I don't want to be too crazy with it. I've got some heroes, some vampire heroes, shadows, and death heroes. What do we got here? Alright, let's take a look around and just figure out what we got going on first. So to the south, I've got some dwarven settlements. There's a little human village over here. There's more dwarves up in these here mountains. The Forest of Gloom. Ooh. Oh, that's wood elf shit. Gotta be careful for them. They're dangerous. Alright. There's Castle Drakenhof, but I'm assuming just charging in there is going to be a terrible idea. I'm assuming Manfred probably has that, like, pretty solidly reinforced. You can kind of see this weird fog covering a lot of the map here. That changes a little bit depending on which faction you're playing as, so it looks particularly vampiric because I am a vampire. If we zoom out on the map, you can kind of see how big this map actually is. That whole area we were just looking at is this little lit up spot right down here. You want to see a dark magic tax collector, yeah. Pay up. I tend to play as the Empire, and I happen to know that they're right over here. So there's humans over to the west. What else do we have? Castle Templehof. These guys are going to be a problem eventually. They're going to be a problem eventually. And then we've got, yeah, Manfred over there, as well as myself here. I think the only city I own right now is this Schwarzhafen, which I'm in western Sylvania, which includes Castle Templehof and Fort Obersteyr. So, I think a good starting point for my guy, we want to go take these over. Before we go in and deal with this guy, I want to go recapture these up here, because they're in the same territory. And I don't actually have full control of the territory I'm sitting in right now, which isn't good. Let's take a look at my buildings. What can we do here? Cursed Fields. Extra income and public order. That's good. This will allow me to recruit some new... that might be worth doing, because this will allow me to recruit some new units. So I might want to do that. This city that I'm in right now, Schwarzhafen, can't actually get up to tier 4 or tier 5. So this building and this building I can't build here. So starting this tree would be kind of a waste in this city. This will give me some new units though. The Corpse Cart and the Grave Guard, which is good. That provides a garrison of some units. Provides a garrison. Awakened Battlefield. Interesting. Crypt Keepers. Extra growth. Extra income and public order, but less of it than what I would get for over here. This would actually be a much better building. It only costs half as much too. I can actually build 2 buildings right now, so I think we're going to go with the one that gives me the extra units, that Ancient Armory. It's going to take it 4 turns to finish. And we'll build these Cursed Fields, which is going to take 1 turn. It'll start giving me some extra income. And then, if we go over to... Can I recruit a lord? I think they mentioned that, yes, Isabella von Karstein. Upkeep. 250 magic a turn. So that would decrease my income quite a bit. What is this here? Blood Kiss. Awaken ancient and powerful vampire bloodlines and consume blood kisses, which are acquired by killing faction leaders in battle, by assassination, by vassalizing factions. Changed its turn. Okay. And it'll increase my army upkeep as well. So this would actually potentially put me into the negative. We don't want to do that just yet, I don't think. Recruiting heroes, I don't have any available yet.
The von Karstein.
So what have we got as far as units go? Weak against armor, flying war beasts. 4,200 health. I've got 60 of them in a unit. I've got a lot of these bats. And then we've got some Vargeist, armor piercing, damage dealer, and frenzy. So they are a little tougher. I think there's a way to... No. How do I pin that? Is it P? No. There's a way to pin it so that I can look at other factions while I do this. No. H? Yes, there we go. So now it'll compare. So these guys are a little faster and a little better melee defense. This Blood Knight is amazing. Okay, so that's what we've got right now. Get rid of that. How do I unpin it? There we go. Let's see what he can recruit. Okay, wait. Regiments of Renown? I don't have access to any of them yet. Okay, those are fancy ones. Raise dead. Do I have any dead that I can raise? These guys can be quite good. Skeleton Spearmen, anti-large, charge defense, and skeleton warriors, zombie. Zombies are just meat shields. They're super cheap, but you can just throw them in the way of the enemies, and they'll, absorb some hits. Getting some of these guys might not be terrible, and here's how many I have available total. So let's take a look. These are going to cost 350, 87. All right, what is my regular units that I can recruit? So they're a little bit more expensive if you raise them, is what I'm seeing. This is the same. Skeleton Spearmen. Actually, they're about the same. Direwolves. Very fast Vanguard deployment. That could be useful. I think we need some frontliners, though. Shielded. 9,760 health. Yeah, we need somebody to just throw in the front line to just take some hits for me. They'll just hold their own for a bit. So I'm going to recruit one of these. No, I don't want to do that. We're going to recruit that guy. And we're going to recruit... Oh, that happens instantly, too. Interesting. Can I do any more? I can. You know what? Screw it. Just recruit all of these. So that's instant. Okay, normally you want to do that kind of towards the end of your turn, because it'll put you out of action for a little bit while you're doing it. Who do I want to go through to get up there? Let's do some scouting with our spies first. I have these spies I can move around.
I thirst.
How far can she travel? Not that far, but I can get her up to here. Damage building, no. Hold up. Damage building. So all she can do is damage buildings.
Expand Sylvania's borders.
Same. Okay.
Who wishes the red kiss?
Replenish troops.
You dare!
Let's just use her as a scout for now then. We'll just get her like up here and see what we can get some info on this area. Okay. Can I see anything about the garrison in this? I can. So they have bats, some crappy zombies, and some basic skeleton warriors. My army would definitely be able to take care of that. Castle Templehof, maybe not so much. That's going to be a little tougher. But I could definitely take care of that.
I am flat.
I would like to get my guy up that way. But if I go this way, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it past Castle. Maybe I can just barely do it. Let's head up here.
Float in darkness.
So interesting thing with the vampires, because they're all about undead magic. They have to have like vampiric corruption in an area, and you can see how like The land here is all rotten and decayed, and the trees are all falling apart, and there's random spirits falling out of the sky and everything. That's good for them. It's bad for literally everyone else in the game, and it actually makes everyone else's armies weaker. But it's good for the vampires. If I go walk over into the human lands, I start taking damage. Like my guys, my troops literally start falling apart. Because they can't hold themselves together. They need the binding magic of my castle.
Yes, my lord of death.
I'm going to send her up here to search these ruins and see what we can find. And there's something over here.
Who wishes the red kiss?
Skaven revealed. Aha! That's what I was talking about. So, she went to search these ruins and found that there's a Skaven clan living in these ruins. So there's some rat people down there. And they have their own corruption they spread. That's just bad for everyone. They basically make everything all full of plague and pestilence, and it's bad for both the Skaven and the people that live there. But we've done a little bit of scouting. We've got our army moved up. They have a big army in here. Because they now have, their main armies.
Comes. Everything dies.
In addition to everything we saw that's in this garrison,
Flesh to craft.
this army is also in that city, and then this army is close enough that it's probably going to move in and attack that city soon. We're going to need, and you can kind of see how far it can move. It could get all the way down here right now, or actually all the way almost to me. Resolve or skip this notification. Research available. Oh, they have research. Okay. Not every faction does research the same way. We have bloodlines we can awaken, so I can go into here and pick one of these guys to spend those, was it blood kisses? To awaken one of these bloodlines and add them to my army. What have we got here? Book of Arcan, leadership up for zombies, skeleton warriors, spearmen, and graveguard. That might be good because we are going into that. Minus 20 casualties suffered from non-vampiric territory attrition. So if we want to do some running around in non-vampire territory, that's going to be good. Dire wolves and fell bats. I do have a lot of bats. This will gain us a blood kiss, which gives us more of that. I'm thinking we go with the improve the skeletons, because I want that front line to hold long enough that my bats can do some good work. So we're going to get that researching, and I have skill points that are unassigned. Really? Do you start out with some skill points?
Champion of the dark.
Oh, no, it's probably her. She probably leveled up from finding those Skaven.
Yes, my
Yes,
sire.
that's exactly what it is. I can make her better at doing something. Spreading corruption. Oh, I can use these guys to spread corruption. That's really good. Okay. Then let's go with... Yeah, start using her to spread corruption. I like that. No, I guess it's too late. We're not undoing that. Okay, that's what she's doing. And let's go to the next turn. Now, if you watch at the top here, these are all the factions in the world. Alright, there we go.
Kind are a nightmare made flesh, sire. Yoke the power of the dead, and you shall be unstoppable.
I probably could have recruited some more units last turn, but oh well, that's fine. Castle Tempelhof is still... Ooh, am I going to be able to get up there?
To darkness.
Hoping I can get up there. Yeah, we want to start getting myself closer to here. Hero not moved, yes. Let's start exploring this way.
Then go.
Let's see if I can start spreading some corruption over here, because I want to start capturing these territories soon too. So we're just going to stand over here and have her start Hopefully spreading some corruption.
I thirst.
Damage building. Oh, I can just straight up damage one of their buildings. Okay, interesting. Let's have her... Yeah, head over this way and see what's going on over here. I don't know that there's much else I'm going to be able to do for now. One of the buildings I have is complete, but I don't think I can upgrade it yet. Yeah, I can't quite afford it. This guy...
King of Darkness.
Can I do anything interesting over here? No, I can't raise any dead, because nothing's been fought yet. That's fine, we'll just wait another turn. I like this skull mountain down here. That's kind of neat. Oh. He's coming back. Is he going to attack me? Or is he going to reinforce... Yeah, he's going to reinforce that. Smart. But I think I can still take it. Technology Research Book of Archon. Yes. I think...
More sleep shines.
Yeah, this garrison's really weak. And this guy's army isn't very good either, so I think we can take it.
In blood.
Yeah, let's go ahead and declare war. Sounds good.
I want their souls.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna walk all over this guy. His army is absolute garbage. Dieter the Stickler. Melee expert, armored and shielded, the spellcaster, but just a bunch of garbage units. Alright. Let's give it a shot. You can fight it auto-resolve, where it just looks at this bar and, you know, I would win here and take pretty minimal losses. Or, we can fight it manually. And I think I should be able to win manually here. I don't know the vampire faction very well, so I'm hoping I don't screw this up colossally. The auto fight would probably do better than I'm going to do here, to be perfectly honest, because I don't know the faction very well, so I don't know how to use their units. But we'll take a look here. Oh, look at all them. Those are neat. Oh, these guys are flying. Oh my god. I didn't know those guys were flying. Oh, so I've just got a ton of flying units. They're like bat gargoyles. And then I got all these little zombies and stuff down here. Actual like rank and file zombie spearmen. Interesting. Interesting. Oh my god, no, these guys all Vanguard? Every single unit in my army is Vanguard deployable. Holy crap. So, normal units, they have to deploy within your area here, this yellow outlined area. Vanguard units can deploy anywhere outside of that little white outline. I can't deploy them too close to the enemy, but I can deploy them anywhere I want around here. This is a pretty small map, to be honest with you. Oh, and there's the settlement over there. You can actually see Fort Obersteyr in the background. What else do we got around here? Can you see any of the other stuff? If we look over that way, no, we can't quite see Castle Tempelhof. Yeah, nothing else notable really around here. Well, with this many flying units, I think we're okay. I'm fine with that much magic. We're going to start the deployment. I want my shielded units out on the outside. And we're just going to drop a nice big line of these guys right here. I want my cavalry ready to charge in around the side. Let's just get a nice big long line of these guys. All my flyers just in a big old line behind them. There we go. And we'll put Vladdy boy right up in the middle there to give my guys a morale boost. And I think he can do some spells. What can he do here? Invocation of Nehek. Regeneration on hit point replenishment cap. Okay, resurrects dead combatants, heals injured before resurrecting. Okay, so this heals a unit. And it'll even bring back the ones that have died. And then this is on self or ally within 200 meters. Speed and melee attack up. Okay, so if somebody gets caught in a melee and I want to give them a buff, I can do that. And if I need to heal somebody, I can do that. Do any of the rest of you have spells? No. These guys are what? Probably like charge in and smack them kind of thing? Anti-large, frenzy, armored, and shielded. So they're anti-large. So if they have any big units like cavalry or monsters, I can use that. Let's give it a shot. We're going to start the battle first, and I want to pause immediately. Let's just take a look at what he's drawn up here. Oh, a bunch of garbage. He's armored, so if I have anything that's anti-armored, do I have anything anti-armored? Armor piercing, so Vargeist are going to be good against him. Those bats are kind of worrying. The dire wolves are weak against armor. Are you armored? You are, so I can send my cavalry into that guy. That'll be good. Meat shield, meat shield. And do I have anything else armored around here? Armor piercing, weak against armor, shielded, meat shield, anti-large, armored. Maybe I send Vlad over here, my cavalry over here, and just everybody else forward. I think that might be the plan. So we're going to grab this whole front line. I'm going to group them together. I'm going to lock that group, and I'm going to tell them to just get up there and fight them. Just charge. Okay, and then I want to get this whole set of guys. I want to group them, and I want to tell them the same thing. Just kind of get in there and charge. Then I want you specifically targeting these dire wolves, and you specifically targeting these dire wolves. Now let's get one of you specifically out of there and to go harass their leader. Okay, that should be pretty good. Let's see him go. Our bats are off. They are about to have a bad day. Oh boy. And I don't really want my units to be too caught up in melee combat there, so I'm going to actually get them pulled back for a second once they hit that initial charge. Let's get them off the ground and disengage from combat, and then pull them back in. There's everybody in on that guy. Get some Vargeist spread around, doing some good work. Yes. Yeah, we're just going to overwhelm them. So just to talk for a moment about how this game kind of works. Each unit, you're giving commands to a whole... If I click these bats here, you can see I've got all these bats with little yellow arrows under them, under my control right now. They're just tearing into these zombies right now. They are made up of a unit of 57 bats, or 48 bats in this case, which actually, let's have Manfred heal that unit. these white bars under their name are their leadership or their morale. Normal units, non-vampire units, if they're in a bad situation, like if they're surrounded or taking too much damage or whatever, their leadership or morale will fall, and if it goes all the way down, they will break and you lose control of them and they flee the battle. They can recover and return to battle unless they are completely broken, in which case they flee and do not come back. Vampires work a little differently. When you break their leadership, their what they call binding breaks, and they just start dying. But they don't stop fighting, and they don't become any worse at fighting. But their health bars just start depleting, and they just die. So, like this unit right here of mine, this red one with no white bar, is already dying. They are taking attrition damage because they are panicked. So let's actually pull that one out of there if I can. Yeah, get this guy out of here. How are we doing? That's going well. Matter of fact, let's get you over there. And he's recovering. Warriors are rallying. Good. Let's get some buffs on here. So he's gonna buff these guys. Let him get in there. Where's my, yeah, you're in here, you're doing fine. You guys just tear that apart. And get in on that guy. Yes, let's tear their leader apart a little bit. I'd like him out of this fight. How's he doing? He's doing alright. He's got a little horsies on, it looks like. He's doing alright. But the rest of their units are getting torn apart pretty well. Let's get these guys down here. Let's get these guys in over here. Kill the last of these dogs. And Manfred, this unit could use a heal. Let's go ahead and heal those Vargeist up. Speaking of which, where are they? Okay, they're in there. They're going to do fine over there. How do you fight a horde of bats? Not well from the looks of it. And it looks like we're wrapping it up pretty quick here. There's not much of their forces are, yeah, not much of them left. Warriors are rallying. Warriors are rallying. Yeah, we're going to take care of them now. I'm surprised he hasn't broken, because I think he is literally the only thing left on the enemy side of the field. Oh. No, he's still technically fighting me. Everybody just dogpile him. Get in there. He's dead. There we go. So that's the fight done. A little basic intro fight. Pretty simple. I didn't do a very good job there, I don't think. I lost a lot of units that I didn't really need to. But you can see how this looks. And it's, yeah, a very pretty fight to watch, because you got all these hundreds and hundreds of units running around slamming into each other. And you can get some battles that are like, 5,000 units versus 5,000 units. Just all slamming into each other in big, massive wall battles and chasing each other around, and you got Pegasus monsters picking people up and throwing them over the sides of buildings and stuff. It's nuts. Because, yeah, that was 1,000 of my units versus 1,500 of their units. Yeah, I don't know how these games run. Like, my computer's okay, but, like, not that good. Yeah. There is literally none of their units remaining. I've captured 18 of them. And now we get to choose what we want to do. We can occupy it. We can loot it and then occupy it, which will cause some province instability. Basically makes the population unhappy with me. We can just loot it, which makes the population unhappy with me, but actually, ironically, not as unhappy as if I occupied it. And gives me some unit replenishment. Or I can just burn it down. All captives are enslaved, public order is reduced, and the previous owners will like you a lot less. But they would keep control of it. I want to occupy it. The way this works is this red number is province instability that's only applied for the next turn. So for one turn it gets -10. It also gets an additional -3, but that -3 that's permanent, but it depletes at a rate of 1 per turn. So next turn I'll have -13. The turn after that, this 10 falls off, and one of these falls off, so it'll be down to -2, then -1, then back to nothing. If you loot and occupy, you're going to have -40 for the next turn, then -9, 8, 7, 6, whatever. So we're going to go ahead and occupy it, because I don't really want to do the looting. Replenishment's not a big deal for these guys. Their units replenish automatically just by being alive or in existence. So we'll go, and I don't really need the. We're gonna get more money. So there we go. We've now occupied Fort Obersteyr. Enemies killed in battle. We gained a follower, a student, which gives me an additional research rate. And we can do some more building in the area. Now I control this. Once my population, I have the population surplus that I need, which is over here. Currently do have population surplus of 1. I don't have the monies I would need. So let's start actually improving these buildings that give me money. Let's take a look at our building viewer. This over here will give me additional 150 income and public order +4. So that'll help improve how quickly I'm getting my money in. And at Fort Obersteyr, let's take a quick look over there. Are there any unique buildings? Sometimes you'll get like little unique buildings. Nothing too crazy. I still can't get up to tier 4 in this settlement. I'm assuming it's going to be Castle Tempelhof, which I don't control at the moment. That is the building that lets me get up to tier 4. Take a look at my army. Yeah, my units are all already healing back up. And they just do that because I am a vampire and I am standing in vampiric corruption. We can also recruit some new units. I wouldn't mind a few more skeleton warriors. Just to have a slightly bigger front line. I'm curious about these dire rolls. I'm going to recruit one of them just to see. And that uses up almost all of my money, but that's fine. I have more money on the way. We better to spend it. Karstein gained a level. What is the hunger? Regeneration constant self. It disabled if leadership is broken. Okay, basically makes him heal better. Interesting, but not that useful. I can improve invocation of the heck. Added effect area and less chance of miscast. And the cooldown comes down. I like him being able to heal people. I think we're going to go with that. And what is my student studying? Bats, probably. Yeah, that's probably true. Actually, we can take a look at that. Probably not what they're studying, but we can take a look at my follower. I swear it said I got a follower that was a student. I should be able to see that. It's odd that I can't. Normally you'd be able to see that under followers and banners down here. Maybe I already ate them. I suppose I have consuming thirst. Oh! Oh. All units in Vlad von Karstein's army receive Vanguard deployment. That's not the units that can Vanguard deploy. It's literally anyone that he is... Any army he's in command of can do that. That's really cool. Okay. Good to know. We'll keep him here. He's going to recruit these units and recover for the turn. And then next turn we can move over and try to take Castle Tempelhof. And actually, because we're doing that, can I get you... Not quite. Damage building in Castle Tempelhof. Oh, I can't afford it.
Who wishes the red?
Okay, well, I'm going to get her into my territory so that we can start getting her ready to attack Castle
Expand
Tempelhof.
Sylvania's borders.
And have
On
her
the
keep
way.
scouting up over this way. And we've got some new research available because we got that research finished there. This allows me to melee attack up and melee defense up. That I like that. I want that. I want my zombies to be able to hold the line. That's kind of their point. So my zombies will be better at, standing there and taking hits in a minute, and then we'll be able to use my other troops to kind of pester them, is the plan. Is there anything else I want to do this turn? Let's take a look at the diplomacy screen to see if there's anything we can do.
Relations with foreign powers may be managed through diplomacy, my lord.
Let's call up my kid. See how he's doing. Manfred.
Fellow beatless hearts, let us discuss the destruction of the living.
I don't really want to sign a non-aggression pact with him. I wouldn't mind signing a trade agreement. I think we're gonna have to kill him, is likely what's gonna happen here. And I don't think anyone else is really gonna be too interested in trading or talking with me. I suppose we could see if the humans want to, but I don't think that's really the plan. I think the plan is we just go and take back what's mine.
My lord, a rival power desires a change in your mutual relations.
So my kid's calling me to ask if I want to sign a non-aggression pact with him. He is at war with Tempelhof. He is a schemer, constantly plots to break friendships and makes others question their allegiance, an opportunist. Strength rate 100, for a strength rating of 24. I am much stronger than he is. I could ally with him and try to eventually get him to become a vassal. And that's one way to get this castle back in my command. But I don't think we're doing that. I think Vladdy is not the type of dad who loves his son. I think Vladdy is the type of dad who loves his son getting in line. I think that's the plan. We're marching on Eschen next, after Tempelhof, is I think my plan. We're going to march on Tempelhof, capture it. I think they have an army up to the north.
To your will, my lord.
Oh, dead may be summoned. Right, because we had a battle last turn, I can now summon some more zombies. There we go. We're up to 18 out of 20 slots full.
Blood! No mercy!
Okay, now this is going to be a bit tougher of a fight. They have walls. If I try to attack right now, I probably would not win. Most of my units can fly over the walls, which is good, but some of my units can't. I can build some battering rams, which takes 6 labor force cost. I have a pool of 96 and labor force per turn of 6. So, let's build a battering ram and try to get the gates down. And 2 of these, which is going to take 5 turns, it thinks. And we're going to go ahead and continue the siege. So this guy's going to lay siege to their town for now.
It is night.
I want her.
Do not betray me, mortal.
Oh, can I not get in there because I'm already laying siege to it? Oh, that's lame. Well, let's keep an eye out. They have another army up here, I'm pretty sure, and I want to keep an eye on that army. Make sure they don't come back down. What in the hell is going on over here? There's like a orc with a dragon wing on his back. Absolutely crapping all over something over there. And then we got these guys. I think they just sent an emissary out to go look at this town. They're probably attacking it. She can't make it across the river this turn. Let's go see if we can look at Eschen and get an idea of what's going on there. Oh, and they have another city up here, Waldenhof. Along with... Is that Manfred? It is! He's all the way up in the north. Granted, I'm assuming they have a really strong garrison. Oh my god. Oh my god, the castle's... Oh, that's a big, tough garrison. Okay, we're going to be doing some hunting before we get into that. That is powerful.
Who wishes the red kiss?
Yeah, let's get you down here. I want you to search this city in a minute. What else do we got going on? He's up to 15. Interesting. Would have been higher if I hadn't moved my agent in there, actually, but... Maybe I should have roleplayed as a dad who wants to make peace with his son. Oh well. We'll just continue laying siege to this castle. Set fire to it. I think he's figured it out. Okay. How are we doing on the diplomacy side with him?
Yes.
We're up to 19, really? We are just... Really? Really? We might actually end up making peace with him. We'll see. How's the siege going?
No.
Is there a way for me to check that?
Will be mine.
Can I see the siege status somewhere? Suppose I could just go like that.
Annihilate them.
I've got one ram. In 2 turns we'll have that. Just continue the siege.
Death and destruction.
Oh, and how long can they hold out for? Because they'll eventually start taking attrition damage too. 7 turns until they start taking attrition damage, 14 until they just flat out surrender. Okay, continue the siege.
I want their souls.
I want their souls too. Alright. Let's go see what we've got going on up here in the mountains. Search the ruins.
Is power I follow.
More Skaven. So yeah, there's rats in them hills. What does Vlad do with souls? Probably enslaves them, honestly. Oh, and my little vampire bride up here is getting better at what she's doing. I can get her some spells. Yeah, we'll get her that. If I get her in an army now, she can cast some spells. So we might start bringing her back towards home. Eventually have her start reinforcing my armies. What are you up to?
Thirst.
Let's get you over there. Damage a building. Damage a random building in Essen. I don't even care. Go do it.
Cease.
And it was a failure. Well, you tried. That is going to eventually start raising the vampiric corruption in the territory, which is good. Let's wait another turn. Essen is the German verb for eating. I did not know that. Oh.
Thou shalt treat me with the respect I deserve, or die.
Tempelhof is willing to pay 600 gold for a peace treaty, or 600 souls, I suppose, for a peace treaty right now. Absolutely not. Tell you what, counter offer. You don't need to pay me anything, but I want... Oh, I can't ask for the city. Never mind, then decline. Technology researched. Good. Let's get some more technology going. Recruitment cost down. Don't really need that right now. Recruitment cost down. Vigor loss reduction. So that is when you're running around in the battle map, you become tired over time as you run. I can lower that. Let's get my bats to be better. And I think I need, what, one more turn before I get a siege tower? Yes, one more turn before a siege tower. Once I have a siege tower, once I have one of each, we'll go ahead and attack. Ideally, having 2 siege towers is really the way to go, but that'll be fine. Can I recruit Isabella? No, I need a little bit more money for that. That's fine. Speaking of it being the German word for something, if we look at the map here, and from just the right angle, you might be able to see this. This map is very, very loosely supposed to be based on, like, Europe. So this little, like, outcropping here is supposed to be like Spain and Portugal, and then you'd have France up here. And if you, like, in the game, like, the French factions live kind of up here, and then over here is where the Empire lives, kind of in the center of the continent. And then you've got the Norska, which you can kind of see the, like, Sweden, Finland outcropping up here. And this is where the Scandinavian Viking units kind of come from. You've got this random thing in the middle of the ocean, which is where the elves live. It's a magical continent where the elves live, which has this lovely giant vortex, which is a giant open hole into the warp, which is where the chaos demons live. And then you have the new world over here, which is where the lizards and the rats kind of live. And the dark elves. I think the dark elves are like up here. So yeah, the humans and the chaos wastes are up in the kind of the area where Fantasy Finland and Sweden would be. It's not like a perfect recreation of real world, but yeah. That pantsless prince, he starts off up there. Hero not moved. Hello? Ah, you who failed. Let's, how's the vampiric corruption doing, though? Have I done anything to the vampiric corruption? Not really. A little bit. We're slowly corrupting them. That's fine. We'll keep that going. Carreg Dormar. Vampiric corruption is up quite a bit because they're so close to me and I have this agent wandering around there. We'll start getting her heading back towards the main area, though. And you can go take a look up here.
Strike out.
Just find me some more, do some more scouting. I want to know what's going on to the north. Very good. How are we doing? One more turn on that.
Blood!
Alright, how's my son looking? Up to 23. I think you need to have them over 40 if you want to demand vassalage.
Thou attendest me.
And you need to be substantially stronger than them. Which we are, but we don't have them on side enough. If you wanted to do it that way, what you'd probably want to do is take these out, then go attack one of these human settlements nearby and just
Thou
start...
shalt treat me with the respect I deserve, or die.
What do you got for me? Just a peace treaty with no offer. Yeah, not gonna happen, friend. Under siege here, they can't move units in or out of the castle, so they can't recruit any more forces to their army.
I want their souls.
And they are eventually going to start taking attrition damage. It's putting the odds very slightly in my favor. He's got a lot of crap weak units, which is good. And he's not a very powerful leader himself. So this is the turn I think we're going to go ahead and attack. And because I'm playing as Vlad, I have that full Vanguard deployment, which gives me basically as much of the map as I want to deploy into. And we'll get to see a city battle here, at least a Warhammer 2 city battle. This is Warhammer 2, well, Warhammer and Warhammer 2 in the Total War franchise actually have some of the weakest city battles in the entire franchise, in my opinion, because you don't get to fully surround the city. As you can see here, a bunch of the city is kind of existing outside the map. In the older Total War games, you could actually fully encircle the city and attack it from all sides. And I do like that they give this, you know, because of the illusion of there being a bit more to the city than just the one gates that you're fighting over, but it's a bit boring. What do we got? I'm going to gamble some Winds of Magic, actually. That was a pretty weak roll. And somehow we landed on even weaker. Wow. That's terrible. Alright, well, my magic's going to be pretty much useless here. The way this is going to work, they have all these towers that are going to... If they have units near these towers are going to basically turn on and start firing arrows at me. The arrows will slowly pick apart my units. The range on these things, I believe, is effectively unlimited. They can just hit you from the other side of the map. We can't get our walking units inside the city right now because they have the gates sealed. You can see there the damage is at 0, the gate damage is at 0, held by Templehoff. We can use our siege units to move in, where is it, our battering ram, right there, to move in and batter down the gates and let our units in, or we can take these siege towers and roll them up to the walls and start boarding the walls. I can take a look, let's actually start deployment here, take a look at the layout. What we need to do to win is either wipe out all of their units, or get one of our units uncontested inside the square here, and hold it for, I believe, 3 minutes. Uncontested. And if we can do that, we win. Let's see. I can't see where they are. Because they would be able to see me coming and would have time to prepare. So I don't get to see where their units are. I think the way I want to do this is we're going to focus our attack here with the ground forces. So I want these skeletons to be ready to deploy onto this wall right here. Right, hold up. First things first, get all these guys out of the way. Everybody else, go over here for a minute. This unit carrying a siege tower, I want you lined up with this wall right here. Are they in there? Weird. Normally there's like a bunch of guys on the ground pushing it. I guess these guys just are the siege tower. Alright. Sounds good. And then we'll get these guys right up here. Team. Now I'm worried this isn't facing the right way either. It isn't. We almost had that facing the wrong way. Why wouldn't that have been embarrassing? Alright, there we go. Now all of our zombies and our dogs and everything else, I'm gonna get, like, split up over here and over here. And get this guy in the back ready to go. Get these guys ready to go. So that's all of our ground units over there. So they are going to be able to just run in, and once this gate is down, start going in. And we'll put Vlad over there too, because he's not flying, so he's going to need to wait until these gates come down. Actually, we'll put him a little farther back, just to make sure the towers are focusing on things that aren't him. Flying units, on the other hand, I'm going to have them line up over here and get ready to take a look inside the city that way. So we might have them try to fly in over this wall while the ground forces are running out up here. And yes, no moat. I don't think any of the cities in this game have moats. Alright. We'll start the battle. We're going to pause for a second and see what they're looking at. Okay, so they've got a bunch of zombies up on the walls. Like a bunch of zombies up on the walls. Bunch of crappy little skeleton warriors. The dire wolves are down there. They're a little more scary. Skeleton spearmen, zombies. So just a bunch of crappy units over there. So they kind of mainly defended this wall, it looks like. And they have a light defensive force over here. They don't have much going on back here, so I could actually potentially move my flying units in and just have them straight onto this guy. The only thing they've really got to worry about is that. So that's going to be the plan. We're going to move the flying units in and just get them straight onto there. Get ready to pull them back if we need to, though. They might not hold up for very long. Actually, wait. Let's have you, and you attack that. You and you attack this unit, and you through you attack this unit. Meanwhile, I want you to go up and breach that gate. I want you to get up on that wall, and you to get up on that wall. And everybody else, let's just get ready to get in place up here. I want you all up here. I want you all over here. I want you ready to charge in. I want you ready to charge in. And I want you up here-ish. Here-ish. That'll work. Alright. Let's give that a shot. Everybody's moving. Their towers are opening fire. They're going to try to take down these first, because if they can set fire to this and get rid of it, that means that's one less siege tower they have to worry about. Oh, weird. Okay, my frontline units are getting up there. My bats are moving in. They're taking a little bit of a battering. Let's try to get these guys going. Bats ahoy! Because these are aerial units fighting other aerial units, they're going to stay in the air, which keeps them safe from all these sword guys in the ground. I can get these guys down there, and they're going to start fighting that group. I gotta watch out for those swords, though. Once those swords get in, it could get dangerous, so I want to be careful. I don't know how well my Vargeists are going to hold up against the sword units. Get my bats in to reinforce here. Get one of you up there to reinforce that. Alright, how's everything looking up here? Alright, we've got some infantry making it onto the walls now. So these guys are now pouring out of this little ramp here, up onto the walls. So let's have them get over here and attack that, and then you get over here and attack that. How's my bats doing up here? Let's not lose track of what's going on. It's going alright. Yeah, I think this is actually working a little better than I thought it was. If I could take out their commander, that'd be really good. Let's get in there right now. I want everybody on him. He's a pretty weak commander overall, so if we can just dogpile him and take him out. He's breaking, so he's going to start falling apart any second now. Critical binding, yeah, that's good. Get the bats and the Vargeists on him. I want to take him apart. The faster he's dealt with, the better. How's the gate doing, by the way? Gatehouse is doing alright. My units are fighting on the walls, and they are holding their ground. That's good. I think I've split his attention a little bit here because he's trying to run back. Warriors are rallying. Good. Let's get in there. We might need to pull the flyers out of here in a second. I'd prefer it if I could take that commander out before I pull him, though. I'm having to watch their health pretty close, though. I don't want them torn apart so badly that they're not able to assist in the battle later. I think he's about to go. You through you, everybody right onto this guy. Everybody charge him. You get one big charge in, just swarm him with bats. Oh, he's about to go. He is not going to last much longer. Almost dead. He's crumbling. That means I've broken his rally, and he's gone. All right, he's out of there. Get him back. Get the bats out of there. Everybody, pack up and move. We're leaving. I took a ton of damage there, but I took their lord down, which means that they are suffering a massive morale penalty. And we didn't actually lose any full units, which is really good. So that means we can start hopefully disengaging from the fight and get out of there. Yeah, that's fine. How are the gates doing? Did we break through yet? We did. Okay, hold up. Now that we've broken through, we need to do something else. I want actually all of these units to get in there and to start dogpiling this. And I want this guy in there and these guys in there getting into the back line. Start moving von Karstein forward into this line as well. We're going to hopefully be able to get him up there in time to heal this unit of bats right here. I don't think they're going to make it, though. Those bats are looking pretty rough. Get out of there, guys. Disengage. Ah, they're down. I lost 1 unit of bats. Try to heal that if you can. Good, good, good. We've got everybody moving through now. Yeah, they're falling apart. Their units are starting to crumble. Their morale is falling. They are coming apart at the seams, quite literally. You can actually see it on them there, that kind of purple rot and all those particles coming off of them. They are falling apart. Very, very good. How's the fight in the courtyard here going? Are those guys moved in and tearing apart this unit? Yes. We've got a line of zombies pushing into another line of zombies here. My knights are trying to push their way through. It is just zombies and skeletons chunking away at each other in there. Can I actually get my guys to just disengage a little bit back over to there? And now that everybody's safely out of there, let's start having my flyers assist in this battle. Everybody, get in there and just attack this unit. Manfred, heal up these bats. Yes, those bats are healing. Nature is healing. They're trying to re-rally up in the courtyard here to prepare to, defend against me, but I don't think they've got what it takes. Their units are crumbling. They are falling apart. These guys here are just going to slowly bleed to death on the ground because they don't have... Their morale's completely busted. And once it's busted, it doesn't really come back. So I want everybody there to attack these guys. Get in there and tear them apart. Clear this out so we can get my troops in. Very good. Looking fine. Let's heal that unit. It's taking a bit of a beating. That's fine. We're going to hold. Get that one reinforced a little bit. I think we can actually just about get everybody in on that and just swarm this unit and tear it apart. Yeah, it's going down. Got some Vargeist getting a little confused about what they think they're doing over there. But yeah, that's it. With that done, I don't think they have much of a chance here. And they're starting to fall apart over here too. Everybody just get in, rush them. We've got my chariots coming in. I want to get these units out of there to give my chariots a clear line. And they're going to charge in, and that's going to do a good chunk of damage. Get the Blood Knights in. Have them start ticking away a little bit. How are they holding up? Pretty well. They're doing alright. Lost a bunch of bats. That's fine. It's gonna happen. We're pushing them back. They're breaking. They are not gonna hold up long. Just push through them and break them and get them out of there. Bats are kind of, expendable units. You're gonna lose a few. And that's another couple of units chunked through. They are not going to be able to hold up against this. I think that's it. I don't think they have anything left. Yeah, we're done. A close victory, but that's to be expected with how close that was. If you're really being tactical with it and taking your micromanage everything and play at half speed, you can probably do a little better than that, but that'll hold well for now. So that is the Tempelhof faction eliminated. Zelig von Kruger has been killed. And the Tempelhof faction is no more. Losses are complete. We only lost 434, which is pretty darn good as far as I'm concerned. Got some dark magic. And what do we have here? Subjugate. You become the master of the conquered faction and they become your vassal, paying tribute each turn. All captives are enslaved. If you wanted, I suppose we could try doing that. We could try vassalizing Manfred by force. But we're not doing that to the Tempelhofs. The Tempelhofs are just getting murdered. They are down. Passive ability, Scarecrow Banner, assigned unit. Only acts on targets when in area. Constant effect affects enemies within range. Target if flying unit. Effect range 55 meters, so it makes this. I can give a Scarecrow Banner that makes enemy flying units lose morale points. And we've secured Western Sylvania. Tempelhof have been obliterated, nothing left apart from the echoing Lacko of the Thirsting Gods. And now, what that allows me to do is issue declarations across the whole province. So I can repress mortals, giving me +4 public order. I can foster terror, giving me expanded growth and vampiric corruption spread. I can increase my taxes by harvesting corpses. Or the evocation of Nagash. Recruit rank up 1 and local recruitment capacity up 1. Right now, public order isn't great, but it's going to start recovering on its own. Vampiric corruption is doing fine. Growth wouldn't be a terrible thing. In Crusader Kings, you could outlaw pants, I think. That sounds like something you could do in Crusader Kings. That very much sounds like something you could do in Crusader Kings. What have we got here? Tax rate +5. I'm tempted to go for the taxes almost, because I could use some more money. But 5% taxes. The province is making $8.90, so that'd be an extra, not that much, 40-some-ish? Yeah, Crusader Kings, I haven't played much of 3. I played a bit of 2. I've watched a bunch of 2, and I've watched a decent amount of 3. I haven't played much 3. I do own it. I don't know as far as DLCs go where I'm at on DLCs. My big, Paradox grand strategy game is Stellaris. I really enjoy Stellaris. Yeah, it is a phenomenal series, though. And Paradox makes just some amazing grand strategy. What do we have here? I think we're going to go with the growth for now. Get my cities built up a little bit, and then we can... Is there a lot of insanity in Stellaris? Stellaris is maybe not as insane as Crusader Kings, but it's got a lot of similar style. Where it's more about the story. You're playing your game for the story of your faction and the universe that you're in, which is really fun. I'll put it on stream sometime just because it is fun to look at. Let's get Manfred up. What do we have here? More spells. Regeneration aura, constant. Ooh. That's really good. It just gives him an aura that makes everyone around him heal. Melee attack and speed, augment, gaze of Nagash. Magic missile or an augment. Let's just give him a Heliora. Mistake not my current state of joshing gentle peevishness for the awesome material master, the towering seeds of ire that are themselves mere wrath. Well, that's a ship name. Good lord. That is the name of a single ship? Mistake not my current state of joshing gentle peevishness for the awesome and terrible majesty of the towering seas of ire that are themselves the mere milquitous shallows fringing my vast oceans of wrath. Is that a real ship? Good lord. Is that an act? What is that from? It's a culture ship. What's a culture ship? Sci-fi books. Okay. I would call it Mistake Not too. I'm not saying all that every time I need to talk about a ship. Good lord, I've run out of breath. Culture series of sci-fi novels. I don't think I'm familiar with them. I'll have to look them up. That is quite the name. I do like a good named, overly named ship though, so. Can I combine these units? Merge them into one. Yes. Matter of fact, let's do that to just all of these. Let's get my bats healed up that way. And you merge into that. There we go. We've lost a few units, but it's made them each individual unit stronger, which is good. If you do, don't start with consider Flavos. All right, I will look into that. I'm looking for some new books to read. What is this? Timber. I have timber here. Castle Templehof. I can build things. Good lord, look at all these things. What are all of these? Forbidden Library, Necromancer's Tower, Terrorgeist Lair, Vampire Crypts, Vampire Keep, Spirit Well, Fort of Nightmares. That's amazing. The Blasphemous Bulwark, the Witch House, and the Lodestone of Darkness. And unique resource, lumber, timber. I can get some extra timber. I don't think I have the money to do any of that right now, but it's good to know what I have available. And now that we've done that, I could get some more zombies, but I don't think I need any more zombies. I've got a decent amount of zombies already. Let's start recruiting some replacement bats, because we did burn through quite a bit of bats in that fight. I can replace all of my bats. There we go. Player of games or use of weapons. Okay, so we've recovered my bats. How's Manfred feel about that?
Thou darest. Fellow beatless hearts.
Well,
Let us discuss
I might be able to get him to give me a trade agreement. They've rejected the offer. Okay. Stream chat is now a book club. Fair. I'm fine with that. Join Confederation. Likelihood of success low. I could probably get him to sign a non-aggression pact at this point. But he's likely to break it because he's not a very trustworthy individual. Oh, what do I do?
Undeath Ascendant.
You are up a little bit, so let's get you into more successful at damaging buildings. And I want you to start heading back home. We might start using you in fights pretty soon. And my other hero should be somewhere around here. And let's start getting her Can she not move? There she is.
The red kiss?
Let's get her up into
Strike
here.
out.
Alright. Krugenheim, the Griffinwood, Ortbad. I think Griffinwood is another one of those elven cities. Yeah, they got like trees. Their cities are all trees. If you burn the tree down, the city they can never re-inhabit that area. A very strange faction. They can like teleport between trees too. I don't think there's anything else we can do this turn. So we took Castle Templehof. That's good. We'll hold off for now. Let's see what happens. Oh. Manfred. Is he about to attack me?
Darkness comes.
Now hold on just 1 minute. Wound. Target hero. Hinder replenishment. Spread corruption. Replenish troops. Yeah, let's get you merged into my army.
Ascendant. By all means.
The world will drown in
Because I can't help but notice that my damn kid is here.
I am invincible.
Yeah, I think we're declaring war. No allies have chosen to become involved in this
And
dispute.
destruction.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go take on Manfred's army here, and Manfred's army is a lot of direwolves and one Vargulf, whatever a Vargulf is. Poor leadership. Easy break. Okay. Hit the Vargulf. We can break it. And the Crypt Ghoul is weak against armor. Alright. Well... Yes, I want to control the large army. That's fine. What's the battle terrain look like? Pretty even. He doesn't have much flying. If I can deal with his flying, that gives me some options, but he's got a lot of crap on the ground. This is going to be interesting. They detrans Transylvania. I suppose that is true. Likely to avoid copyright. Games Workshop has had a lot of copyright battles over the years. They actually they specifically discontinued this entire setting. The classic Warhammer Fantasy setting was discontinued because of they were unable to secure copyright for some of the stuff that they wanted to have. So they rebranded it as Age of Sigmar and started it all over. Let's get this drawn up. Yeah, we're going to try to charge in on that side is the plan.
Master of the undead.
And get this guy over here to help. What are her abilities? Does she have any abilities? No, she's just kind of... She's a wizard, but she doesn't have any abilities. Okay, fine. Can we? I'm gonna try the gamble again. Yes, there we go. More magic. That's good. Oh, I am nervous about this fight. Very nervous about this fight. Weak against armor. Armor piercing. I've only got one armored unit. But it'll do me more good over here. We're going to try to rush these guys in over there. Get these guys in over here. And I should have some reinforcements coming in at some point. Is that them there? Yeah, those are my reinforcements. So we're going to hold here for just a second. I want to start getting my units into place to be ready to fight. I'm going to start lining these guys up and getting them into place. I don't really have any range, which is a little annoying. And then let's get you guys drawn up as a battle line and just get you in there. And then Manfred, let's get you up and get you up. There we go. We got some new units coming in from the city over there. Get them into the battle too. So a unit has been wiped out immediately. It is melted because of the lack of binding. That's frustrating. Heal these up. Watch my units and get ready to start pulling them around. I want to start wrapping it up because I want to be able to push these guys around this way. As I break their units and they start collapsing, I can use that to start moving in more and more. And once they're broken, they're going to just start falling apart. So I can just kind of wrap them up. So we're going to keep going in and just keep crushing in and keep crushing in. And I'm going to have more and more of my units dogpiling in behind them. Get in there. Get a unit of bats in to help. Get in there. How are those reinforcements holding up? Not great. Manfred, how are you doing? Do you want to give my units some buffs over there? Give me a heal on that guy too. There we go. We're getting more... Yeah, we're breaking through more of theirs. Almost all of their units are broken and taking attrition damage now. At least on that far flank. So we can start really crushing in now. More and more of them breaking. Granted, some of mine aren't doing so hot either. I need to get Manfred out of there. Start wrapping it in and get these guys up. He's starting to break. Unit's been wiped out. Get you guys out of there. Manfred, I want you to heal her if you can. Very good, and give her a buff. Oh, is that their unit? That's their general. Sorry. Everybody get on him. Get him out of there. Kill him. Is that Manfred himself? That might be Manfred himself. It is. Oh, the coward was going to try to run over there and get out of the battle. No, 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 Manfred. Bad boy. Unit's been wiped. Alright, it's rough, but we're holding in there. Get her healed again. We've got Manfred on the run. Pull a couple of units off of this to come help over here. We'll have 2 fighting him. We'll bring this 3rd one in to reinforce. And you know what? Go teach your son some manners. You get over there. Bring your girlfriend with you. Come on. We're holding up all right. There's a lot of units breaking in that midsection, which is a little alarming. Let's get the knights out of there if I can. Where are they? Oh, they're like mixed right in the middle. They're not getting out of that. Oh. How's Manfred holding up against all this? Get these units over there. Unit's been wiped out. That was my hero, but... God, I'm like right in the middle of it, aren't I? Yeah, just standing right in the middle of it. That's fine. You know what? I don't need that many units off dealing with him. Pull one more over here. Get in there. Like, we're holding him steady over here. He can't make it into the battle, which is good. And we're losing a lot of our units in this fight, but that's kind of to be expected. Let's heal that up. They're starting to break. Keep the Blood Knights on their feet. That'll help us quite a bit. Like, this is going to be a costly battle, but that's kind of fine, because I can just raise dead a bunch of these guys. As long as the Blood Knights don't get wiped, we're fine. And this is Manfred's army, so if I kill this, he doesn't have much left to defend with. What the hell is this unit over here? Crazy. Vargulf. Are we out of magic? We are. How are we doing over here? How's the fight against Manfred going? He's chopping his way through my guys pretty solidly. Probably going to win that over there, but that'll be fine.
Bow before me.
Let's see if we can wipe that last unit out there. Then take care of that Vargulf.
It shall be so.
I want everybody focused on that Vargulf and just get it down. And it's down, and get over here and take care of this unit. Manfred took care of those 2 units I had up there fighting him, but that's fine. They're not going to be able to do anything now. This is going to come right apart. Like, Manfred's running in to reinforce, and he's got these units trying to get around to the rear, but it's not going to be enough. Like, those little dogs are going to break instantly. Yeah, they're done. Come on. Get in there. He's trying to heal his units. That's fine. If he wants to try to heal that unit, we'll switch our attention to this unit. See if we can tear it apart. Come on. Break 'em. That's another one down. Manfred's making a run for it. Speaking of which, don't let him. Yeah, try charging into some cavalry. That's not going to work for you, buddy. He's only got 1 unit left in his main frontline force, and then I've got my knights currently off fighting Manfred. Just to keep him from running. Let's get the knights out of there, because I don't want them getting chopped up by him, and he can take care of people. He can cut through people pretty easily. Yeah, there we go. Finish off the last of these spearmen. Let's get everybody in on Manfred real quick. He is breaking. And he's running. He is trying to get out of there. He doesn't want any of this. Get after him. Don't let him run. Get him out of there. There's only 3 of them left. All of these guys, I want you in after him. Get over there. And we've got Manfred and Vlad fighting each other right in the middle. Oh, Manfred's got his back turned, and he's down. Yeah, that's fine. That's a Pyrrhic victory, but that is fine, because we just absolutely destroyed his forces. Like, we're gonna have to recover now pretty severely, but he is out. And what do we want to do here? I can return the captives for extra dark magic. I can murder the captives for extra leadership, or I can dominate them to increase my replenished units. Let's do that. So the legendary lords don't like die. Manfred is still alive, and he has a couple of weak zombies, some dire wolves, and some bats. I don't have much either myself, though. We took a hell of a beating there. But, ta-da, we've already got a bunch of it back. And let's go ahead and get some more bats.
Lord of the day.
What do we want to do? Unassigned skill points. Yes, we can go ahead and give either a leadership bonus, a campaign movement speed bonus, or raise dead upgraded. Summons a unit of skeleton warriors. That just gives me a free unit in the middle of a battle. Yeah, I have an heir and he hates me even more. I'm not sure what happens when I, like, destroy his faction. Because we're gonna do that, and I don't actually know if he, like, ceases to exist at that point.
I thirst.
And I want to go over there. I'm going to implant this spy in his army and have her hinder the replenishment of his units. Ah, failed. That's fine. What else can we do here? I'm assuming he's not happy with us anymore.
This night.
He's only at -9. It's actually not that bad. Any buildings we can build? Nothing really. I should have assassinated him as a baby. Yes, I should have. It's okay, we're just gonna do it now. Make up for lost time. Oh. Oh, it doesn't even show him as the leader of the army anymore. Good God. Yes, my bats are better. Upkeep down and recruitment down. Let's do that because I'm paying a lot of money on them. We've got some army up here led by Stefan Bylot and a leaderless army in Eschen. Let's see.
Yes, my sire.
Yeah, damage the village here.
I veto this.
My gosh, she is just useless, isn't she? She's failed everything I asked her to do so far.
Sylvania's borders.
Let's give her a specialist rank. Maybe that'll help her. Ah, and we have some more units I can raise. Look at this. We can get some dire wolves. I guess crypt ghouls. Those are good. Some dire wolves. Some more dire wolves. So these are specifically units that were like completely wiped out in that battle. And I'm already back up to an 18 strength army.
King of darkness.
So we can just march straight on in here.
All shall perish.
Oh, good God, that is ridiculous. We'll just auto-resolve that one. Would you believe I barely lost anything? And, yeah, just occupy Eschen. Very good. Manfred did punch well. That's true. He took care of it. He almost, I think he did, actually, in the end, kill that unit of Blood Knights I had. And I can't actually recruit new ones yet. I don't have the building I need to build new ones. So I'm down a unit of Blood Knights. Until further notice. Let's go ahead and get Isabella recruited now. And we'll have her go ahead and start recruiting some new units here. So we've got a second army now. Isabella von Karstein leading it. Get her garrison so that she's actually indoors. Helps reduce the maintenance costs. And yeah, we've got some upgrades here from this battle. I'll get them going. Oh, what's this up here? Diviner, magic item drop chance, unit experience up. Cloud of Horror. I like the sound of that. And let's see what we can do with her. I want her to be even better at replenishing troops. Very good. That's about everything I can do right now. We got some sieges going on up here. I believe that's what that symbol is. Oh, garrison. Yes, the army's garrison. Never mind, not siege. What's going on over here? Stefan Bylor is over there. This might be the turn to go try and take Drakenhof. Because if I can get in there now, I might be able to get in there before they have a chance to react. Oh, is he going to come try and attack me? Assault garrison. Oh, he just damaged the garrison at Castle Tempelhof. So different heroes can do different things when they're interacting. Yes, Winds of Magic Change sounds fine.
I am Vlad.
Let's just recruit some more zombies from the graves. And yeah, you know what? We're at a 20 stack army.
And tremble. Shed their blood.
Oh, good lord, never mind. Apparently we don't stand a chance against this. Oh, it's because of these guys. He's got those grave guards. Yeah, we need to break siege on that.
Is for the living.
We're going to need some better units. That's fine. We can get some better units. Oh, this is an empty slot. Okay, what do I want to build here? Let's get that going. We'll just go up and take care of this, wipe all this stuff out, and start saving up. I can start dismissing some of these like zombies and stuff, and
I thirst.
recruiting some grave guards to bring in some better forces against Castle Drakenhof. That's going to be his main base of operations anyway. Should have probably predicted that wasn't going to fly. I can recruit my own Vargulf now, and Vargeists. For now, just... Ooh. Some of those more powerful units are becoming available, including his cavalry and his grave guard. Can't afford them just yet, but we're gonna keep an eye on that.
Who wishes the red kiss?
No, no, no. I want you to attack the city and damage the city. Oh, you can't even do that. Absolutely useless.
On way, my lord.
Well, I guess there's not much else we can do for now. Need more money. And that Sylvanian agent is heading back to damage Essen, I'm assuming. Performed assault garrison. Yeah, that's fine. It's not going to do anything. That garrison was going to be useless anyway. Uh-oh. The trees are moving. Hostile hero activity. Yeah, I'm running real low on dark magics, to be honest with you. Scary low. Like, I can only recruit one of these. I can't recruit that one at all. Where do the trees come from on the map? A bit all over, to be honest with you, but the main base of them is sort of like southern Europe, I guess. They're kind of based around here. You can kind of see on the map if you go in somewhere around here. Maybe not. You can see the tops of the trees, but there's a big forest kind of in this general region, and they're kind of based out of there. Huh.
Isabella von Karstein.
We are very low on troops and good quality recruitment. I'm going to get that just because I need it. And we're going to start marching him back up towards
The world will drown in mine.
Let's attack Waldenhof and see what we can do with that.
I want their souls.
These guys are scary. 3-tier Black Knights. Ah, let's just do an auto-resolve, screw it. Pyrrhic victory, yeah, we lost a bunch of troops, but we capture the settlement.
Annihilate them.
We don't really need to raise any. I didn't actually, like, fully lose anything. I think I will go ahead and merge some of these, just to... Oh, no. Hey, buddy.
Von Karstein, King of Darkness.
Yeah, merge some of these units together just to keep them
What?
full up. Perfect.
Von Karstein. The world
Perfect.
will drown in blood.
We're down to a 15 strength army, but it's a solid 15 strength army. And we can start building the buildings we're going to need eventually here to recruit some better units, once I have the money for it, to be able to start taking Castle Drakenhof a bit to town. And you know what? While we're waiting for that...
Slay them! Insolence!
My gosh, she is just the most useless daughter. Melissa Rotep, you do nothing. Alright.
Devourer of light.
Meanwhile, she's over here, keeping everybody alive. Let's get specialist movement. Actually, no. I want to do smoke and mirrors. Augment area constant. Self-allies and rage. Active casting. It is map-wide. Everybody gets faster. I like that. Who do we want to go for next? Oh, look at this dwarf city up here. We got frickin' Iron Forge up in the mountains here. That's cool. Alright, so we've taken care of that. I think we're just going to wait another turn. Keep an eye on those Ents. It's this little purple banner over here, or purple guy with the white banner. He's just training this guy up, which is fine. Yeah, they're retreating. Okay, we're fine. Well, I don't think they're looking for the Ant Wives. I think they're looking for some vampires to murder. Hey, we completed a chapter. We've gotten an extra 2,000 dark magic. That's really good. For capturing all those settlements. And now they want me to occupy, loot, raise, or sack 8 different settlements. Alright. I think that is likely... Oh no, it's Renke Richtelros. Gesundheit. Okay. I thought I'd built a building that let me recruit Graveguard. Do I need to have another building here that lets me recruit Graveguard? Ah, I do. I would need to have a barrow. Well then let's get Castle Tempelhof upgraded. We can get a barrow built here. And then we'll eventually be able to recruit some actual Graveguard of our own. In the meantime, let's start getting these guys recruited. And these. I want to start building her army up. So we can bring her in too, and we can have two different armies both attacking this place at the same time. Where'd my hero go?
Darkness comes.
Hey, useless. Go attack this. Take out the barrow. No, you're not doing that. All right, we don't have the money to pay her. Go stand near it though, just to keep an eye on the garrison.
Flight.
I'll have your soul. I refuse.
I can't see this guy's army, which is worrying to me.
All shall know me.
Vlad is up to another level. Aura of Dark Majesty. Don't really need that. Regeneration Aura. Regeneration Area. Curse of Undeath. Passive ability. Curse of Undeath. Let's get that going up a little higher. Alright, there we go.
Lord of the night.
And I'm going to have this guy start moving back down towards here. And do we have anything we can raise from the dead? No. Anything we can recruit particularly interesting? No. She's all done for the turn, so we'll go ahead and call that the next turn.
On thy knees. Then and only then shall I hear thine words.
He wants a peace treaty. He's willing to pay 1,500 for it, but no. Sorry, Manfred, but no. There can be no peace, only war. He's moving out. Change stance to channeling. What does that do? Only war or servitude. True, but it is called Warhammer, not Servitude Hammer. One of your spies who flits between the courts of mortal men seems to be straying from his appointed task. He's being that still breathes but craves the red kiss. Perhaps a visit is in order to remind him who he serves, give him a whiff of immortality. The carrot is favor over the stick. A visit in the dead of night under the guise of a bat swarm and a drop of unholy blood should remind him of his agenda. Hero action cost -20 for all heroes. Or the stick. Hero action success chance +10 by snapping his neck. Well, we're going to do that because it's the success chance I've been having problems with. I don't suppose that means you're going to be able to, you know, do anything useful
I thirst.
here, are ya? Maybe? Maybe,
The dead shall rise.
Good Lord God, you actually managed to do something.
King of darkness.
What do we do now? 400. I don't know that she needs any more units right now. Well, you know what? Give her some bats. And we're basically broke again.
I am unstoppable.
Let's get my guy down to here. Unassigned skill points. Who? Oh, she leveled up.
I hunt.
Safeguard Spirit Leech. Give her that. Alright. Let's see where this guy's headed. Oh. Oh no, I left Eshin open. He's going to take it now. Yeah, that's fine. Just auto-resolve it. He's going to take that for sure. I can go get it back right now, though, without any problem. That's annoying. He also hired a second lord. What do we do about that? Is that Manfred himself? It is. Manfred, you little shit. Alright, here's the plan.
Bring them death!
We're gonna go attack his other general here. His general's gonna retreat.
I never tire.
We're gonna attack him again. Auto-resolve that, because that's an instant death. Yeah, he doesn't have a chance. And go ahead and replenish my units.
Swifter than death.
And then head... Oh, he left it under my control. He just looted it. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, let's just stand here and antagonize him a little bit. See if he wants to come out and fight me. And you
Yes, my sire. Fear.
hinder the replenishment on his troops. Because if he, I think that makes it more expensive for him to hide or hire things too. Aspect of Dread Knight, augment, hex area. Let's get that going. Let's see what we can do here. I feel like if I attack again, it's just gonna. I'm not gonna be in a good position to do any real damage.
Let us talk.
I can raise another grave guard there. So Isabella's getting pretty powerful. Yeah, let's get her moving up a little bit. I think it's gonna be. We're gonna go for a two-pronged attack here. With both Isabella and me getting ready to go in. Oh, and I have to have a damaged building. Can I do anything about that? Not yet. I'm aware I have a damaged building, but I can't do anything about it, game, so we're going to skip over that.
King of darkness.
She is up, so let's get her... Enfeebling foe, withering... Let's get that up. Let's see here. Ah.
Von Garstein.
Alright, yeah. We're going to wait one more turn here, and then we're going to have both of these guys attack Von Karstein. Or Castle Drakenhof, I suppose. I think I might be able to... Oh! Where did he just get that army from? Retreat. He just pulled an army out of his ass. I do not know where that came from. He did not have those troops there a second ago. Oh, he probably recruited. Or raised dead. But I was close enough to the castle there that it was giving him the option to use both. Tricky, tricky. Tell you what. Cross the border there. Now let's get some units in. We're gonna just fill out your ranks here a little bit.
You need me?
Yes.
And who's this? Okay, well, one sec. What does channeling do, by the way? Enables replenishment. Winds of magic power reserve up.
insolence.
Yeah, he's got just a bunch of crap units here. This is going to be tight, but I think...
No mercy.
Death and destruction.
Ooh. It still thinks I'm not quite able to do this.
Bring them death.
We'll find out, I guess. Hero not moved. Where is that hero? She's around here somewhere. There she is. Nope, no, no, no. I want the hero.
You dare!
And I want you to...
I disobey.
Who wishes
Get
the
in there.
kiss?
No, you can't do anything. Alright, that's fine. Research available. What do we want to do here? Master of the Swarm. Blood kiss gained up. Recruitment cost, vigor loss. Let's go for that, I guess. Manfred might well win this round, to be honest with you, because I'm underpowered for this fight. So let's see what he wants to do. You are defending against Sylvania, being attacked by one guy, but he's getting reinforcements of the entire castle and Manfred's army. Screw it, just auto-resolve. Oh! That was a success, and because of that, we get to occupy. He's done. That is it. That is the... Yeah. Enemy killed, Rudiger. Province secured, Eastern Sylvania. Faction destroyed, Sylvania. I did not think we were that was gonna count as taking the settlement. I was just trying to defend my siege camp. But apparently defending my siege camp, we managed to completely destroy his entire force. Good God.
Von Karstein, Countess of Sylvania.
Wow. Let's take a look at this castle then, I guess. Von Karstein Court Hall. Nah, man, he's gone. That's it. He dead. They don't exist anymore. That is one less faction in the game. And I think we're actually, again, going to go for growth up. Grim Fandango. I played that many, many, many years ago. I played the original Grim Fandango, not the remake. Mesmerizing Aura, melee, okay. Dark Pact, yes. Lore Master, Lore of Vampires. Grim Fandango is fantastic. Grim Fandango is absolutely fantastic. Such a fun game, and the remake's actually really cute looking too. The graphics and everything are really nice. I bought that for ex-girlfriend of mine. That came out like 5 or 6 years ago, whatever that was. Well, then it sounds like Dragon Age is the right choice for you. Get that spell going. All right, I think I might call that a part for now. I just kind of want to do something different, because I know tomorrow is Mass Effect. And I've actually finished downloading it. It is preloaded on my computer. So whenever they release the update that lets me launch it, I'm ready to go. I do work tonight. I think if I was looking at their little release schedule, the Xbox Marketplace is showing it as releasing at midnight tonight Eastern US time. So if it's simultaneous release, that will be 11 p.m. tonight for me, which it's currently 5:07 a.m. for me. So if it's a simultaneous release worldwide and that Xbox Marketplace release time is correct, then we are looking at about 18, 19 hours. It looks like it'll be releasing about, or unlocking in that scenario, about 1 hour before I get off work, or about 2.5 hours before I usually start streaming. It's usually about 1:30 when I start streaming my time, so it'll be about 2.5 hours before that, which I'm hoping means I'm going to see if Bethany, because Bethany will be home at the end of my shift. I'm going to see if Bethany can start the. Usually after you do the preload, there's like the final little bit of download you have to do on release day. If that is true and it's 11 o'clock my time, I'll have Bethany start the final setup, so it'll be ready to go when I get home. And I know when I just downloaded Rome Total War Remastered, it was about 2 hours of setup. So if that's true, it'll be ready to go right about the normal time when I would launch my streams. The only thing I'm a little curious about is the only hard drive I had space on was my external hard drive, which is a USB 3.0 or 3.1 connection, so it's a pretty fast external hard drive, but I'm hoping that's not going to cause performance issues. I'm running this off the external hard drive right now, so I don't think it's going to be too big of an issue, but just in case it is, that's the only minor concern I have. This seems to be running just fine, so. I've had 1 or 2 games, though, that just did not like running off the external hard drive. Now, what's this? I haven't actually, we have enough blood bites or whatever to recruit somebody. What does this do? Puppet Master. Casualty replenishment rate. Sylvanian crossbowmen, Sylvanian crossbowmen, Sylvanian handgunners, and Sylvanian crossbowmen. Ah, I see. Ambush success chance. Campaign line of sight. Upkeep down for all heroes. I can pick a new son. Research rate up. Weapon strength up and unit experience up. I want these crossbows. I've awakened that man. What did that do? Why is there sunlight beaming down on this city? Manny the Second. What? Ah. Bloodlines. Vostos von Karstein. What is that? Okay, I've got a new general. Can he recruit these Sylvanian handgunners or whatever? What the hell was that? Sylvanian crossbowmen. Oh, here we go. The regiments of renown. I see. Can I do that with, like, Vlad's army?
All shall know me.
I can. So he now has a unit of ranged crossbows. That's interesting. Are they like zombie men, or are they regular men? Interesting. And how does this work? Ah, so each time I do it, it goes up. I see. So if I just focus on this, I can eventually get over to having handgunners. But it's a single unit of them, not multiple units. I see, I see, I see. And and it costs progressively more. And this is the von Karstein line. Gotcha, gotcha, okay. So that really is Manny the Second. Interesting. Yeah, I've never played the vampires before, so this has been an interesting little look into how they work. I actually tend to fight them a lot. Because I'm usually playing as the Empire. And the Empire starts out on a river. I think it's right about here. And you end up, like, at war with these guys sooner or later. Yeah, I think it's right here is actually where their capital is. And then you kind of go up that little side branch. But you almost always end up in a big war with the vampire factions fairly early on. So this is interesting to see how they work. And they've changed a lot of it because they've updated this game. So this is Warhammer 2. Total War Warhammer 2. Which, well actually, here, we'll go back out one sec to the main menu. That's fine, there's autosaves, so I'm not worried about that. If we go into campaign, I go to new campaign. This Eye of the Vortex campaign, if I go into that, I don't have all of my factions available. You might notice there's like the humans and the vampires, and a lot of these factions aren't available. I only have some. This is the set of stuff that launched with Warhammer 2. If you just buy Warhammer 2 as its own game on Steam, it comes with this. Some of these guys are DLC that I've downloaded later, but these are the factions you get. High Elves, Lizardmen, Dark Elves, and Rat People. And then all of these guys were DLC, and all of these guys were DLC, and everything over here is DLC, and there's just a bunch of DLC crap floating around. But you get these factions, and they get their own little stories. So let's take a look at... let's go with these guys.
The vengeance of Clan Pestilence.
Deep under the world, they chitter and plan. Watching, waiting. When they emerge, it is a nightmare vision. The Skaven, a ravenous horde of verminous ratmen. They gnaw at the roots of the world like an infected wound. They mean to rule over ruins, for such is the will of their god, the great horned rat. Only the island home of the High Elves has remained unscathed. And at its center is the Great Vortex. A swirling maelstrom that siphons chaos from the world. The Skaven covet its vast power with envious, beady red eyes. The twin-tailed comet is oft seen as an omen, but this time its wake has disturbed the winds of magic. In the secret halls of the Under-Empire, the Council of 13 has gathered. A time to scheme. of opportunity.
I kill dwarf things in Pillar City. No! Clanmores go to Southlands. Hunt for Warpstone. Moors are puppet minion. Pestilence infest Lastria. Yes. But all Warpstone for council plan. Come, scribe slave. Work to do. Comet makes elf things weak. Council wants power of the vortex. Just as prophecy demands. So it's true. You read markings on the Black Pillar. Then you know we must find the Screaming One. Find out how to control the vortex. Oh yes, Master. But a large tribute of Warpstone will that demon require if we summon him. Return to your assigned clan. Harvest Warpstone. Yes, most precipitous of masters. And flay yourself, your impertinence. Oh, it will be done, your worship.
So yeah, each little faction has its own little backstory. Your unique cutscene depending on which faction you're playing as. Warpstone is, I believe it's supposed to be a magical rock that comes from the warp, which is like an alternate reality where all magical power derives from, and it flows into our world through conduits.
Cease your chittering, adherents of decay, for Skrulk speaks. By will of council, we set paw in Lastria to visit ruin upon the reptile things. Yes. Twin-tailed comet brings great opportunity for pestilence. Great vortex of Ulthuan vulnerable. Much power to be had. Warpstone holds key. Much warpstone found in reptile things cities. Kill Sotex creatures and steal their treasures. Skrulk will bind vortex to his will and spread sickness across the world. All will succumb to the plague monks.
So yeah, you get your unique faction mechanics and whatever. Oh,
Reptile things should not be here. Why have they resettled old festering ruins? What are they up to, Attack soon! Claim this place for Clan Pestilence!
there we go. So seize the temple at Subatoon is what they want me to do. That's my objective. That's fine. We're starting in Oixel, Sentinel of Time, and Thrice Cursed Peak nearby. There's some dwarves up in the mountains. We've got elves off over here somewhere. We've got volcanoes. We got this. But if we zoom out, might notice this map looks a little different because we've got our little circular island here, which the little continent we were on here, it's a little laid out slightly differently than it was in the other map. And that's because this is the map that ships with Warhammer 2. If you go and just buy Warhammer 1, you get kind of that European map that we were in there, the Chaos Waste and the Empire and all that. Yes, Europe disappeared. And it shifts around a little bit just to kind of fit this bit in. If you own both games on Steam, but you only have to have a Warhammer 2 installed, but if you own both Warhammer 1 and Warhammer 2, when you choose your campaign, you can choose the Mortal Empires campaign, and it combines all the factions from Warhammer 1 and the map, and all the factions from Warhammer 2 and the map into one big giant map. And all the factions are playable, and they all exist on the same map together at the same time. Later this year, Warhammer 3 is coming out, which is going to do the same thing again. They're introducing 4 new factions, 4 new major factions, expanding the map again, and you're going to be able to play a new Mortal Empires campaign that includes all of everything. So at some point we'll be seeing that on here, because I am very much looking forward to that. I miss the classic Warhammer fantasy setting. I think so in 2015 they discontinued this setting. Warhammer Fantasy miniatures and codex and all the board game stuff is going to be set in the Age of Sigmar setting, which is a brand new setting. New factions, new map, new everything. But yes, we no longer have a lot of the factions we used to have and a lot of the style. It's a brand new setting, which is neat, but I really enjoyed this one. I think this classic Warhammer fantasy setting is kind of the thing for me. But yeah, I'm going to call it a part for now here and get some rest, get ready for work tonight, because I think once I get off of work, I'm going to hopefully be streaming some Mass Effect. Is the plan, assuming that Koza is set up and ready to go. That I don't know if it's even going to be available for download tonight, or if it will be. Oh wait, it might come out later in the day. I don't know. Thanks for joining, Misfed and Fossil. It's great to have you. Oh. We got a nice volcano going here. I will hopefully see you tonight with some Mass Effect, ideally. But yep, thank you for joining, and have. Oh, and ironically, my capture card not capture card, my HDMI splitter thing that I need for capturing my PS3 is supposed to be arriving tomorrow. Friday, so we might be able to mix some Metal Gear Solid 4 in there finally at some point. The day after I would have, ideally last needed it, it should be there. If Mass Effect doesn't work, unfortunately tonight I still won't have that card, but we will see. It's not getting here until Friday. It claims Friday by 10 p.m. my time. It also hasn't shipped yet, which makes me think it might not be here on time, but we'll find out. Either way, I will have something cooked up. I have 2 days off here, Friday and Saturday, so I will have something cooked up, and we'll be doing some kind of something. Maybe if Mass Effect isn't ready to go tonight, maybe I'll do some Stellaris. We'll see. But either way, I'll see you back